Yo, good evening. Happy Pride Month, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Your host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable, independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native, who is also a New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking with me by listening, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 397th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York Avenue podcast. We're two episodes away from episode 400, folks. And we're live and direct from StreamYard and alongside on the in the comfort of my room. Of course, YouTube is included, and if you miss any episodes whatsoever, I already put out 395 and 396 already. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please do so in your leisure time, and of course, leave a like and a comment along with the topics. Tell me how you feel about the topics and all that great stuff right there. And and yeah, and yes, I got a jam-packed episode for you today, full of topics, full of everything, and of course, funny topics as well. So, um, all right, before we even go to the trending topics, I want to get to the New York Mass Transit files right here. Um, in case you didn't know, I will do a little recap of what was going down with the Queens bus redesign and bus routes that I did in the last episode. So, New York Mass Transit files. Let's do this. Before I go on to the three transit topics, I'd like to do a little recap. In case you didn't know, in the last episode, I actually did a little review on the bus changes and as far as like the bus removals and of course that includes the Q5 limited being replaced with a new bus route with the Q85. So hold on a second, folks. Hold on. As I was saying, in case you don't know, the MTA has implemented the Queens bus redesign. And I want to actually give a shout out to the folks from Passengers United. All right. In the next following episode, I am going to put out a website so that way you can get an idea on how you could actually make a difference in terms of saving your bus routes, in terms of the bus stops and stuff. And as I was saying in the previous episode, I think it's so sad that the MTA, including General Lee, would actually stoop this low to actually make drastic cuts to some of the bus routes. And even the Q34, which I will explain in a future episode, and that's just That's just me. And I actually mentioned that in case you didn't hear, there's gonna be some bus removals on Merritt Boulevard, including the one by Merritt Boulevard and 115th Street by John's Farmers Market. There's bus removals by 226, where Key Food and the dessert shop is. And of course, bus removals by 230th and Merritt Boulevard, where Golden Crust is. And along with the other streets of Merrick, and along with other streets, which includes the 240, the 240s, the um 240s, and all the other streets whatsoever. But on the following episode, which will be the next one, I will touch base on the Q11 to the Q20, and then the following bus routes up. So I just wanted to actually do a little recap on the Q5. And of course, the Q5 is actually going to stop at Laurelton Parkway, and which I find corny, which I find whack. And in case you didn't know, Passengers United did a live stream discussing the Queens Bus redesign as far as the bus routes and stuff. On You could check out their YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. They just did a live stream on Tuesday. And I actually had a lot to say about the Q5 Limited being replaced with the Q87, which really fucking sucks because a lot of people are going to be fucking confused because they're not familiar with the new bus route that's being implemented. They're not familiar with the Q87. They're not familiar with the fucking Q86 that's going to Rosedale. The same way with the people who live by Francis Lewis Boulevard, Brookville Boulevard, um, not to mention, Hook Creek Boulevard, Merrick Boulevard, and the 230s and 240s, and the rest, which is going to create a lot of problems. Actually, um, the next time I get on the air, I am going to actually um give y'all a website for Passengers United. In case y'all want to go out to protest, file a Title 6, all that other stuff. It's going to start on June 28th, which is a Saturday. That's next to the 29th of the Queens Bus redesign. So we're gonna so I'm gonna keep y'all updated on the Queens bus routes and stuff, man. Don't worry, I got y'all. I'm the only podcaster that's going to cover this. All right. So I got y'all. So don't worry. As we move along with the other transit topics to talk about, the MTA has of a funny way of expressing themselves. And I say this has to do with a previous topic that I was saving. Um they came up with one of the craziest ideas and stuff, right? So one of the craziest ideas is to actually give people's bosses a late note in case they are going to work. So here's what's happening here. To work, blame it on the train or the bus because your boss is already there and you'll have proof too. New Yorkers are late to work, school, or any other appointment can get a note. Hold on, let me let this ice cream truck pass, folks. Hold that thought. My apologies, folks. I had to put it on mute because of the ice cream music, so I don't get copy strikes. So forgive me. Anyway, where was I? Yes. Yes, late to work, blame it on the train or bus because your boss is already there, and you'll have proof too. New Yorkers who are late to work, school, or any other appointments can get a note from the state run MTA saying your tardiness was their fault. Um, it's a public transit perk that has been available for quite a while, but is not well known by commuters. Hmm, okay. An MTA note cannot, of course, be used if you chose to press the snooze button 17 times or wound up getting stuck in line at Starbucks for an iced coffee on your way in. But if you are late because of subway, bus, or commuter train delays, the MTA has your back. Um, while we make every effort to run our trains and buses to schedule, delays occur for a variety of reasons, including sick passengers, police investigations, scheduled and unscheduled maintenance, and other factors, the MTA states on its website. How to get an MCA note, you ask? You'll just have to fill out and submit an MCA subway and bus delay verification form, which is conveniently found on the agency's website. You the form asks you questions about your trip, including the train or bus routes you took, total minutes delayed, and the date it all went down. There is also a section where you can leave comments about your trip. Um, or maybe you just want to say hello to the gang at the NTA. You'll then receive a confirmation email. After agency staff researches your request, you'll receive a second email with the findings, which can take up to 3 business days. You can then print out or email the note to your boss, and voila, you're off the hook. Remember that you'll need to be more than just a few minutes late to get a note. The service only applies to delays longer than 10 minutes that occurred within the last 180 days. Strap hangers seeking verification for delayed trips further back in time can call MTA customer service at 511 for more information. And speaking of delays, did you know the Q train was named the most relaxing train in NYC? Commuters on the line, which goes from South Harlem to Brooklyn, enjoy a 96.1% on time operation and more, according to a cap.com report in November. Wow. Wow. All right. Next we have the traffic rises. Jeez. Shit. Congestion pricing took effect in NYC nearly 2 months ago, and the numbers show cars might be rolling back into Manhattan, though ever so slightly, week over week as of January 20th to February 8th, excuse me. Overall traffic got just a bit heavier on most weekdays into the congestion relief zone, which is south of and includes 61st Street, according to the stats on the MTA's website. An analysis of the data shows a negligible 0.21% increase in traffic during the work week of February 3rd to the 7th when compared to the same Monday through Friday period between January 27th through the 31st. The data looks at all points of entry into the zone. Jeez. This is crazy. Sheesh. And traffic was off to a good start on Monday, February 3rd. The as the number of vehicles entering the CRZ, which is 466,643, stayed mostly the same as the previous Monday, January 27th, 466,390, a excuse me, negligible increase of 253 vehicles, which is 0.05%. Uh, Hold on. S- but on Tuesday, around February 4th, around 497,966 vehicles entered the zone, up from 488,923 on January 28th, the Tuesday before. That difference is 9,043 vehicles, or 1.8% from January 28th. Um, Similar metrics rang through on Wednesday, February 5th, with 512,567 vehicles, up from 13. Hold on, hold on, up 13,398 vehicles. That's 2.7% from the 499,169 the previous Wednesday, on which took place on January 29th. But on Thursday, um, February 6th, traffic dramatically decreased week over week to around 488,195 vehicles, down 34,559, which is 6.6% from around 522,754 vehicles on Thursday, January 30th. Traffic hovered back up to 5 522,174 on Friday, February 7th, an increase of 16,903 vehicles, which is 3.3% from 505,271 on Friday, January 31st. Um, let's see. Going back another week, traffic was at its lightest with 375,614 vehicles into the CRZ. The CRZ on the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday on January 20th. The other days of the week were similar to, were similar to the week of January 27th to January 31st. January, the first nearly full month of congestion pricing, saw a 7.9% reduction in traffic compared to the historical daily entry total of around 580,500 vehicles. A normal pattern. Nothing normal about this bullshit. A slow uptick in traffic is par for the course this time of year, with or without congestion tolls in effect, MTA officials said. As we exit the holiday season, as we enter into spring week by week and month by month, we expect traffic to slowly increase, as we would have expected it slowly increased before the advent of congestion pricing, an MTA spokesperson said. That's a normal pattern. No, it's not. No, no, the fuck is not. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. Oh Lord. Let's see. Normal pattern, my ass. Anyway, let's continue. The city would have expected to see an average of 583,000 vehicles entering the CRZ um, on a weekday in January. That number jumps to 617,000 in February. The MTA uses historical averages to compare to current traffic patterns. What are New Yorkers experiencing on the roads, you ask? Anecdote Anecdotal evidence from some New York drivers and public transit users appear to back up the MTA's data set as subway and bus ridership increases and motorists report faster commutes. Phew, wow. hmm Okay, Lisa Daglian. Hold on. Yes, Lisa Daglian, executive director of the Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee to the MCA, said snapshot metrics show New Yorkers are continuing to enter the CRZ pleasure and appointments and pointed to the city adapting to this new and improved way of life. And quote, the benefits of reduced traffic help drivers, bus riders, and emergency vehicles and make our streets safer for all users. She said, funding for critical transit infrastructure is an essential part of the program, and those who choose to or must drive the into the zone are supporting the region's economy on so many levels while helping improve the subways, buses, and railroads that millions of us rely on daily. Shit. I wish I could say the same thing, but hang on. All right. Next up, we have this whole thing with the congestion, with the funding that could threaten capital projects. So let's see what's happening here. Um, the MTA's financial challenges will create an uncertain future for NYC's transit system upgrades, with NYC residents and businesses possibly bearing the brunt of a funding shortfall. A new report released on Thursday shows. Um, According to an analysis by the NYC Independent Budget Office, the majority of the state run MTA's dedicated tax revenues are generated within the five boroughs and nearby. Still, federal and state money is needed to fund the MTA's 2025 to 2029 capital plan, which has not yet been secured. The capital plan contains $68.4 billion in planned projects focused primarily on replacements and upgrade aging systems. According to the IBO report, and will contribute at least $4 billion of that money, with the MCA capital budget gap currently being $33.4 billion. It also states that $35 billion of the plan has already been identified, even though it is not secure yet. Jeez. Hmm, hmm, Sorry about that. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this tablet here. All right. Where was? Yes. Okay. A factor in delaying funding is the state's capital plan. Excuse me, Capital Program Review Board, which rejected the MTA's proposal in December 2024 while it was on a toll to get approved. The report states that the plan cannot proceed unless officials address the funding gaps. A lot is at stake for New York public transit users and taxpayers. The report uncovers that without the full funding of the plan, much needed updates to the system's infrastructure could be delayed, possibly resulting in more breakdowns and slower service. Oh boy, this is crazy and terrible. Crazy and terrible, huh? Um, yes. So let me see. Where was that? Okay. All right. So with new federal funding unlikely to fill the gap, the state will need to choose a careful balance between broad-based state aid, MTA debt, and burdening the city further, the IBO report notes. Otherwise, the MTA will need to shrink its capital investment plans, deferring critical maintenance to an aging but essential transit system. Meanwhile, progress on notable infrastructure projects is uncertain, including the Interborough Express, a light rail project that would connect Bay Ridge, Brooklyn to Jackson Heights. The capital plan has $2.75 billion allocated for the popular project, which the MTA assumes would come from federal grants, according to the IBO report. Although the MTA is actively asking Albany to identify $33.4 billion in new capital funding, it might ultimately be forced to shrink its capital investment plans or ask NYC for more money. John McCarthy, MTA Chief of Policy and External Relations, underscored the importance of the agency's funding. Um, The transit system is like air and water to the city of New York, and we appreciate the independent budget office emphasizing what we and others have been saying. Funding critical state of good repair work is essential to ensuring riders can continue to rely on the system for many years to come, he said. Danny Pearlstein, Policy and Communications Director of the Riders Alliance, urged NYC, excuse me, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul and other state legislators to make a deal to support public transit in the city. New York's future hinges on restoring a secure foundation for our buses and trains, which are aging and ailing after generations of deferred maintenance, he said. By design, New York's governor controls the MTA and drives the state's budget process. Pearlstein also highlighted the importance of infrastructure updates to the much used transit system. Millions of the public riders need Governor Kathy Hochul and legislative leaders to make a deal this year. He said, with with $2.2 billion in sustained new revenue, New York can stay on track to keep fixing the subway and investing in good jobs and reliable commutes. All right, let's get out of there. And let's see. Let me see what we have to talk about in today's. All right. All right. So we are going to let me get this out of here. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I know what to do. All right. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Might not have a lot of topics to talk about in the segment of chatting on the jazz. Only because I want to get to the TV show checkouts and stuff. And I want to actually mention in regards to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, which is happening tomorrow. So I want to actually let's knock this one off though. You know what I mean? In a segment that I like to call "Chatting All the Jazz." Uh, So let's get into it right here, right now. Okay, I think I'm going to talk about this particular topic actually. Okay, let's get into this phone app that I didn't even know this existed. Um this phone app is called Steppin. All right. I'm gonna break this down actually. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so kayak founder returns with Steppin, an app that locks you out of social media until you go for a walk. Oh, damn. Really? App stores are filled with different services that are designed to help you cut down on your screen time and count your steps. A new iOS app called Steppin combines these two ideas to help users do both at the same time to bridge the gap between physical and mental health. Steppin blocks your social media apps unless you walk a certain number of steps a day. Damn. You unlock time on your most used social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram by achieving daily step goals. Jeez. The app was co-founded by Paul English, who previously launched travel search engine Kayak, which was acquired by Priceline for $1.8 billion. That's $1.8 billion. English told TechCrunch that he came up with the idea for the app alongside his son Michael English and fiance Rachel Cohen. While they were on vacation in Spain, they found that even though they were around a place with beautiful scenery, they were constantly using their phones and scrolling through social media. Although they were aware of apps that block your social media usage, they thought about typing this to the amount of steps you take on a given day. They thought that doing so would help people boost both their physical and mental health. Hmm. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So the way the app works is by letting you decide how many steps it takes to earn 1 minute of screen time. You can be as aggressive or lenient as you want. For instance, you can decide that you need to walk 100 steps to earn 1 minute on TikTok. Damn. If for some reason you need to access a certain app, you can override Steppin's controls. Steppin doesn't just connect with social media apps. You can also cut back on other apps that steal your time, like Netflix or certain games. While the app is being marketed by Gen Z, Paul says the app can be beneficial for people of all ages, especially since he himself has been using Steppin to cut back on social media usage. In quote, it really applies to everyone, Paul said. We have found through just talking to friends and families that a lot of parents say, I want my teenagers to have this. My 12-year-old is addicted. And then some adults are saying, yeah, I too have a problem. It's not just Gen Z. I find that I'm on my phone too much and I'm not getting out of the house enough. So we're getting interest from all ages. At the launch, the app is available for free, but the company plans to offer it through an annual subscription at some point in the future. While Steppin hasn't finalized the price point, it expects to be around $20. In terms of the future, Steppin will focus on more than just steps, as you will be able to log things like a yoga class or other physical activities to earn time on social media. We're going to do a leaderboard so you can see across your friends who's using social media the least, Paul said. We're going to put in the app how many days in the row you've used the app successfully. So this is something for parents. They can say to their kid, "Hey, how's Steppin doing?" And when the kid opens the app, the parents are going to say, wait a minute, you cheated 3 days ago. Or they'll see they've used it for 30 days in a row with no cheats. Of course, Steppin is available to download on iOS and starting Tuesday and will roll out to Android users in the coming weeks. You know, yes and no. Yes and no, actually. I mean, it's very hard to sometimes be it's hard to not be on social media, and it's hard to be outside all the time because of all the craziness that's going on these streets. So I don't know if this is worth it, but y'all can try it out for yourselves, man. Speaking of trying out, let's get to 50 Cent. According to Hip Hop DX, 50 Cent action has proven to be a huge for success for the rap star and business mogul from which the channel takes its name. A fast channel available through Roku, the action movie oriented network has quickly become the number one channel on both Roku and LG. The channel is also expanding its distribution and is now available on Vizio's Watch Free Plus and Sling TV's Sling Free Stream. In a statement, 50 Cent said, in quote, "This is the future of entertainment. It's about making real connections. I'm hands on with everything and collaborating closely with Lionsgate, which has been a great partner to give fans free, direct access to the best action movies and shows out there, all in one place. Fans can step into my world every time they turn on the channel." That sounds like fun. 50 Cent action features a number of films starring the rapper, including Den of Thieves, Escape Plan, and The Expendables 4. The network is also home to the original Power series, which 50 starred in and executive produced. Um, that sounds like a new channel that nobody has ever heard of before. This is actually new. I don't have Roku, so I wouldn't really be able to check that out though. Maybe if they had an app for it, then I might check it out though. But who knows? Anyway, 50 Cent's movies and television series are synonymous with non-stop action, and we're thrilled to extend our long-standing partnership into the fast free ad supported streaming space. Lionsgate president of worldwide television distribution, Jim Parker. Hang on. Um, yes, Jim Parker said in a statement when announcing the channel last summer. 50 said in his own statement, um, this channel will bring diverse, action packed content to audiences everywhere, reflecting my passion for storytelling and providing a platform for fresh, dynamic voices. I look forward to working closely with all the fast platforms to make this a successful channel. The G Unit boss also promoted the upcoming network on Instagram, writing in quote, "Excited to officially announce my brand new live TV fast channel created in partnership with Lionsgate 50 Cent Action. Get ready for non-stop action, exclusive content, and your favorite movies and shows all for free. Sign up now to stay in the loop and get the latest updates. You won't want to miss this." 50 Cent also spoke about his plans for the channel in a recent interview with the Hollywood Reporter, providing, prior to its announcement. "There's going to be new content in there, but I got access to a huge library of action films. It's got to be premium. I don't want to see me like I see my people on Tubi. I'll make sure the quality of everything is there," he said. Yeah, yeah, man. Let's let's make some noise. Let's make some noise for 50 Cent creating a platform for fast and his own TV channel. This has got to be so thrilling to people, you know what I mean? So so a round of applause for 50 Cent and some noise. Come on. All right. Like I said, man, I want to get in on all the TV action that's going down. I want to start off with the Puerto Rican Day Parade that's happening tomorrow. In the latest segment of TV show checkouts. For those of you that are new, this is where I recommend some TV shows and the ones that are renewed and canceled. So so let's get into it right here now. Yes, for all of the Latinos out there that's going to the Puerto Rican Day Parade tomorrow. This is like the 64th year. This is like the 64th year. This is crazy. The 64th year of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, right? Let's get into it right here, and I will actually gladly fill you in on the street closures that's going to happen. So let's get into this. Let's get into this right here. Um, yeah, I know this shit's gonna be lit tomorrow. So, um, yes, according to ABC7ny.com, the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, which is 68th, damn. Yeah, National Puerto Rican Day Parade will march up New York City's Fifth Avenue on Sunday as the tradition enters its 68th year. Damn. Damn. The parade will be hosted by Eyewitness News own David Navarro, Joe Torres, and The View's Sonny Houston. All three have been named the parade's grand marshals. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson will also report along the parade route. The 2025 parade theme plotting. Hold on. Plantando Bandera, planting roots, recognizes how Puerto Rican communities across the diaspora have established deep roots and positively contributed to their communities locally, nationally, and globally. Um, celebration recognizes the municipality of of Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico, and the Puerto Rican community of Atlanta, Georgia. We are pleased to recognize the communities of Aguas Buenas and Atlanta, and we anticipate highlighting them in our 2025 festivities started NPRDP Board Chair Lillian Rodriguez Lopez. These communities exemplify our 2025 theme, Plantando Bandera, as each has uniquely and positively impacted and contributed to society while enriching the cultural identity of our people. This year's parade will also pay tribute to the beloved Puerto Rican Christmas tradition, La Parranda, tribute to Puerto Rican urban and contemporary art. The 2025 celebration will pay tribute to the long legacy of Puerto Rican artists in urban and contemporary art. The parade's television broadcast will include a feature piece starring graffiti legend Lee um, Lee Quinones and art historian Dr. Yasmin Ramirez as they reflect on the groundbreaking role Puerto Ricans played in shaping New York's street art movement. The piece traces the roots of Puerto Rican contemporary art from the mid 20th century works by Rafael Tefino and Lorenzo Homar to the graffiti and contemporary art movements that showcase New Yorker voices like Quinones, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and many others. And of course, meet the 2025 honorees. Six-time Grammy winner um Olga Tanyan, honored as Queen of the 2025 parade celebration. Acclaimed film and television actor Luis Guzman will be joining Tanyan in leading the parade procession as the parade's king. Global, Golden Globe Award winning actress Gina Rodriguez. Of course, you may know her from Will Trent. Will be honored as this year's Madrina, which is godmother. Honored as Padrino, godfather of this year. Godfather of this year's parade is Grammy and Latin Grammy winning artist Elvis Crespo. Unified featherweight world champion Amanda the Real Deal Serrano is the first ever Puerto Rican undisputed world champion and the most decorated fighter in women's boxing history, and she is recognized by Guinness World Records for the most boxing world championships won by a female in different weight classes. And of course, NPRDP scholarship recipients for the eighth consecutive year. The NPRDP is awarding 100 scholarships valued to $2,000 each for a total of $200,000 to make exceptional students of Puerto Rican descent that are making a difference in their communities and will be enrolled in a college or university in the coming school year. This year's recipients represent 24 states and Puerto Rico, with 36% of recipients from being from Puerto Rico. Selected recipients represent 76 colleges and universities, including a mix of public and private schools, including the CUNY, SUNY, and UPR systems, as well as Ivy League institutions like Cornell, Yale, and Columbia. The 2025 class of scholarship recipients were notified by June 1st, and a list of winners will be posted on the NPRDP website. Of course, www.prparade.org. Since 2014, the NPRDP has awarded over $1.8 million in scholarships. And of course, if you can't make it to the parade, if you can't make it to the parade, you can also watch or stream the 68th National Puerto Rican Day Parade. You can stream or watch at 12 p.m. Sunday, June 8th on ABC7. I want to get to some street closures actually. Hold on. I want to get to some street closures actually. That's the reason why I actually wanted to bring this up actually. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Street closures. Street closures for the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. I want to actually take a look here. Did I? Hold on. Oh my gosh. All right. Here are some street closures. Here's some street closures that I would like to mention in case you folks out there who are Latinos, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whichever. I want to mention some street closures. Let me see. All right, some street closures that's going to happen. Let me see. All right, some street closures includes Fifth Avenue between 51st Street and 52nd Street, West and East 44th Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue, West and East 45th Street between 6th Avenue of Americas and Madison Avenue, East and West 46th Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue, it West and East 47th Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue. Um, no, East 47th, excuse me. East 47th Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue. West and East 48th Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue. Um, so so the route is 5th Avenue between 42nd Street and 79th Street. That's where it's going to take place. Um, that's where it's going to take place. Okay, so you have 5th Avenue between 79th and 86th Street, East 79th Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, East 80th Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, East 81st Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, 82nd Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, 83rd Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, 84th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 85th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue. That's the Despero. Miscellaneous is, hang on a second. Hang on one second, folks. As I gather this information for you folks out there. Yes, miscellaneous. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but I think that um continues with the street closures actually. Okay, so Madison Avenue, East 42nd Street and 86th Street, 6th Avenue between West 42nd Street and West 49th Street, West and East 43rd Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue, West and East 42nd Street between 6th Avenue and Madison Avenue, West 51st Street between Rockefeller Plaza and 5th Avenue, West 58th Street between Grand Army Plaza and 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue. East 60th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue. East 62nd Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue. East 63rd Street. Wait, did I say East 62nd? Yeah, hold on. Let me just gather. All right. East 67th East 62nd Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 63rd Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 64th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 66th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 68th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 69th Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, East 70th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue, East 72nd Street between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue, and last but not least, East 74th Street between 5th Avenue and Madison Avenue. All right, so these are the street closures that's happening for the 64th National Puerto Rican Day Parade that's happening tomorrow. And like I said, if you can't make it to the Puerto Rican Day Parade tomorrow, you can watch or stream the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, which is in its 68th. I'm sorry, not 64th. It's 68th. You want to check out the 68th Puerto Rican Day Parade that's happening. That's happening tomorrow, which starts and airs at, which airs on on Sunday, June 8th at 12 p.m. on ABC7. You can watch or stream this and all the action that's happening. All right. All right. There we go. There you go. Right there. Now, I want to get to the BET Awards actually. All right. I want to get into the BET Awards and what's going to be on and all the action that's happening. All right. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. My apologies, folks. I had to turn on the air conditioner. It's very hot in my room, so please forgive me. All right, so BET Awards is going down June 9th. And I'm going to tell you what's going down and what's happening here. All right. Let me just refresh this. Let me just refresh this. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So need to know basis actually of what's going down. All right, need to know basis. All right, so the BET Awards 2025 live on BET on Monday, June 9th. Mark your calendars. It starts at 8 p.m. And I think it starts at around the same time as the New York Mets game. So I'm going to try to watch both. So, who's hosting? Kevin Hart will serve as the host of the night. Kendrick Lamar leads the nominees list with 10 nominations. The BET Awards 2025 are here and are ready to shock fans with A-list performers, award winners, and so much more. Hosted by Kevin Hart, the show is expected to be filled with fun moments as performers like Lil Wayne and Tiana Taylor hit the stage. Fans can also expect to see some hip-hop heavyweights accept awards. Kendrick Lamar, who headlined the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, is up for 10 nominations in categories like Album of the Year for G and X and Video of the Year for Not Like Us. Fans will also be treated to a tribute to the beloved music video countdown show 106 in Park as it's celebrating its 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary of 106 in Park, which includes former host AJ Calloway, Free, Jaleesa Bermudez, Keisha Shante, Roxy Diaz, Terrence J, and of course Mr. 106 in Park himself is included too. Reunite on stage according to a press release. All right, so yes, like I said, Kevin Hart's going to be the host, and Kevin Hart has been tapped to host the BET Awards 2025, something he said in the press release statement that he is truly honored to do. I love a celebration. It's a chance to reflect, cherish, and honor life's unforgettable moments, his statement said. I'm truly honored to host the 25th BET Awards and celebrate the culture's biggest night. This year marks the 25th anniversary, and my partners at Heartbeat, BET, and JCE are pulling out all the stops to make it a night to remember. It's a black tie affair, and you are all invited. You can tune in on June 9th only on BET, his statement continued. And of course, who's performing, you ask? Taking the stage at the BET 2025 is an eclectic group of performers, including hip hop legend Lil Wayne and Tiana Taylor, with a one night only legendary performance like anything you've seen before per a press release. Rounding out the list of performers is Glorilla, Playboy Cardi, and Leon Thomas. Let Us See and Keisha Cole were added Friday. According to Connie Orlando, EVP of Specials, Music Programming, and Music Strategy at BET, and the night's performers are setting the tone for a night that celebrates 25 years of impact, creativity, and black culture, with electrifying performances from some of the biggest names in music and an iconic comedic host. BET Awards 2025 will be a can't miss celebration of everything the culture represents, said Orlando in a press statement. And obviously, Kendrick Lamar is leading the list of nominees for the BET Awards 2025 with 10 nominations. Um, his nominations are in the following categories per a press release: Album of the Year for G and X, Video of the Year for Not Like Us, three Viewers Choice Award nominations for Not Like Us, Luther featuring SZA and Like That with Future and Metro Boomin. Three Best Collaboration nominations for Like That, 30 for 30 for 30 and Luther featuring SZA, Video Director of the Year with Dave Free, and Best Male Hip Hop Artist. Following suit are Doechii, Drake, Future, and Glorilla, who each tie with 6 nominations. Metro Boomin scored 5 nominations, while SZA and The Weeknd scored 4 each. Um, um, Ilya, I hold on. Aria, Aria Star, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Maverick City Music, Playboy Cardi, Teddy Swims, and Tyler the Creator earned 3 nominations each. Who is receiving the BET Ultimate Icon Award at the BET Awards, you ask? So, in case nobody don't know what that is, the BET Ultimate Icon Award celebrates decades of groundbreaking contributions to music, entertainment, advocacy, and community impact. This year's honorees represents a diverse range of industry, including music, film, television, and business. Being honored are songstress Mariah Carey, multi hyphenate Jamie Foxx, gospel superstar Kirk Franklin, and legendary rapper Snoop Dogg. How do I watch the BET Awards, you ask? So the BET Awards, hosted by Kevin Hart, will air live Monday, June 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time on BET. It will be pres- preceded it'll be preceded by a pre-show beginning at 6 p.m. on BET. Pre-show. Okay. A pre-show for a pre-show. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on with that one right there. Let me just fill you in on that one. I'll fill you in on that. Um, um, 2025 BET, um, BET pre-show. Yeah, pre-show. See what's going down with that one right there. So this pre-show is actually, pre-show starts. Okay, so oh shit. Wait. No. Something about the pre-show. Look, let me see. Pre-shows. If I can actually, damn. Pre-shows. Hold on a second. You know what's funny? I actually looked up something the other day actually in regards to this event that's happening. Um, this is crazy. You're not gonna believe how much the tickets are. You're not gonna believe this. It's between over $200 and over $700. Ain't that crazy? That is the craziest shit that I ever heard in my life, though, man. What? Who's paying? Wait a minute. Who's paying? Who's paying between over $200 to over $700? That makes no fucking sense to me. That makes no fucking sense to me. I don't. I don't understand it, but I know some people may or may not understand this, but it's just crazy, man. Like, come on. I feel like sometimes they try to overprice these tickets, though. You know, that's just how I feel about this, though, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this is crazy. This is the craziest shit. Between 200 over 200 to over over $700 for tickets. Jeez. This is ridiculous. Ah, man. How does that even? I don't know how you compute with that shit. Uh-huh. The hell's going on here? Oops. The hell's going on here? I mean, come on, man. I just signed in already. Like, what is this? Sorry about that. Gotta do this again. Yeah, that's just my take. That's just my take on it, though. Like, like, look, I get it, man. Quality over quantity, right? I get it. But between over $200 to over $700, that sounds like an overpay right there, man. That sounds like an overpay right there for tickets. That's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's just crazy to me, man. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy to me, man. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Damn. Yeah, my apologies, man. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. My apologies here. Shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, man. Now, while I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with my instance app. Let me say this though, when it comes to award shows, and I previously talked about this in episodes ago, actually, about the difference between a person receiving nominations versus a person who is winning an award. There is a big difference. There is a big difference. I will say this. Excuse me. There is a big difference. I wouldn't even do no shit like this. I would not pay. I would not do an overpay for a damn ticket to an event, man. Crazy. You gotta be fucking crazy to do some shit like that. Oh shit. Come on.
Why?
All right. Where was I? Yes, I was trying to look up something. I'm actually trying to look up something actually, and it's crazy, man. Oh, the BT experience, right? That's crazy. But yeah, but that outrageous price for tickets is outrageous, man. That shit is outrageous, man. Like, come on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. What is this? Um, hold on. I don't know who's gonna be. I don't know who's gonna be there in the pre-show, but I don't know who's gonna be there though, man. But I don't know. I can't say I'm gonna really go over it. I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna go over it anyway. But um, in other TV show checkout news, there's been a few TV shows that's been canceled, especially by Fox out of all channels. I'm gonna get to Netflix in a sec. I'm gonna get to Netflix in a sec though. Um, yeah. I'll get to Netflix in a sec. Um, yeah. All right. Um, okay. Wait for it. All right. According to Metacritic, of course, 2025 to 26 TV season scorecard. Of course, which of your favorite shows will return for another season and which have been canceled. Our TV scorecard has the latest renew and cancel status for every current broadcast cable and streaming series for the duration of the 2025 to 26 season. Um, let's get into it right here. Let's get into it right here. Um, let's get into it right here. So starting with ABC. Wait a minute here. Wait just a minute here. All right, so um so 911 got renewed for season 9, and it's gonna and of course a new series 911 Nashville will be coming out in the fall alongside with 2020 season 48. Goddamn, season 48, that's a lot, man. And of course Abbott Elementary got renewed for season 5. America's Funniest Home Videos season 36 got renewed for season 36. American Idol season 24. Bachelor in Paradise season 10 already got renewed. Celebrity Family Feud is coming back in July, around July 10th for season 11. So mark your calendars for that. And of course, Celebrity Jeopardy season 4 starts in late 2025 or 2026. Celebrity Wheel of Fortunes season got renewed for season 6. Dancing with the Stars got renewed for season 34. The Golden Bachelor. The Golden Bachelor? Really? 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 Really though?
Boring.
Yeah, that part too, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. That part, man. Um yes, so the Great Christmas Light Fight. What? I don't get what that is. Yeah, the Great Christmas Light Fight renewed for season 13. Grey's Anatomy, obviously season 22. High Potential got renewed for season 2. Match Game, new series starts On July 23rd, Press Your Luck renewed for season 7, starts on July 10th. The Rookie got renewed for season 8, and it's going to be and it's going to start in early 2026 to be determined. Also to be determined, Shark Tank season 17. Yeah, renewed. It got renewed for season 17. Shifting Gears got renewed for season 2. Starts in the fall. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Season 4 already got started. Wait, no, it didn't get started. It starts July 23rd. Will Trent got renewed for season 4, and it's going to start in early 2026. So there you go, right there. So yeah. 48 hours renewed for season 38. 60 minutes season 58 renewal. Amazing Race renewed for season 38. America's Culinary Cup new series is going to start in spring 2026. Big Brother season 27 July 10th. Boston Blue new series is going to start in the fall. CIA, the spinoff to FBI, starts in the fall. DMV starts in the fall. Elsbeth renewed for season 3. And of course, FBI got renewed for season 8 through season 9. Fire Country renewed for season 4, starts in the fall. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, season 2, renewal. Ghost, season 5, starts in the fall, renewed through season 6. Holland's Coben's Final Twist, new series starts January 2026. Hollywood Squares season 2 starts January 2026. Matlock renewed for season 2, starts in the fall. NCIS and NCIS Origins, NCIS Sydney got renewed for season 23, season 2, season 3. The Neighborhood renewed for season 8, and it's going to be its final season. The Road starts in the fall. Sheriff Country is going to be starting in the fall. Survivor season 49, goddamn, it got renewed through season 50. Goddamn. Survivor season 50 starts early 2026. Shit. Tracker got renewed for season 3, starts in the fall. Watson got renewed for season 2, and it's going to be in January 2026. Why Marshalls, not sure what that is, starts in spring 2026. Now to Fox. Hold on. Yeah, I read online that the cleaning lady and Alert Missing Persons Unit and the other show got canceled as well. And usually when shows get canceled, it's not just because of the ratings. It has to do with money, and as far as the budget, that's pretty much what that is. Yeah, the 1% Club season 2, it got started. It starts on June 10th. 99 to Beat new series starts in the fall. Not sure what that is actually. And American Dad, American Dad got renewed for season 20. It starts in 2026. It got moved from TBS, and I think it returns, and it's renewed through season 23. It's returning to Fox. So pretty much, Animal Control renewed for season 4. Starts in 2026. Beat Shazam starts in 2026. season 8. Best Medicine, new series 2026. Bob's Burgers renewed for season 16 through season 19. Celebrity Weakest Link, new series starts in the fall. Doc season got renewed for season 2. Don't forget the Lyrics got renewed for season 4. That's happening in 2026. Extracted season 2, 2026. The Faithful limited series starts in spring 2026. Family Guy got renewed for season 24 through season 27. Fear Factor, the next chapter, not my cup of tea. Oh shit. New series starts 2026. The Floor season got renewed for season 4 now through season 5. Going Dutch got renewed for season 2. Grimsburg got renewed for season 3 to 2026. Hell's Kitchen season got renewed for season 24. Starts in the fall. Kitchen Nightmare renewed for season 10 for 2026. Crapopolis renewed for season 3 through season 5. Lego Masters got renewed for season 6. The Masked Singer got renewed for season 14, and it's going to happen in 2026. Memory of a Killer new series starts in 2026. Murder in a Small Town season 2, not that interesting. Name That Tune starts in the fall of this year. Next Level Baker new series starts late 2025. Next Level Chef renewed for season 5 through season 6. And of course, Jay Farrell's The Quiz with Balls got renewed for season 2. The Simpsons, one of the longest cartoon shows that I ever grew up watching, has been renewed for seasons 37 through season 40. Wow. Congratulations to The Simpsons and the other animated cartoons that I just mentioned that got renewed. Oh, shit. Oh, man. The Snake. I don't know, man. I don't usually watch shows that involves the Snake. Special Forces World's Toughest Test renewed for season 4, and it starts in the fall. And of course, Universal Basic Guys got renewed for season 2 through season 3. Now we go to NBC. American Ninja Warrior season 17, Brilliant Minds season 2 starts in September. Med, Fire, and PD all got renewed. Season 11, season 14, and season 13. Dateline NBC season 35 starts in the fall of September. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins 2026. Happy Place renewed for season 2 in November. The Hunting Party renewed for season 2. Law and Order SVU got renewed for both season 25 and season 27. Starts in the fall. On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, new series starts in the fall. Saint Denis, Medical start renewed for seasons 2. Surviving Earth limited series starts in 2026, and The Voice renewed for season 28. Starts in the fall actually, so that's interesting. Wow, there's so much. Okay. I don't know what all this shit is, but I think I'm going to save the rest of this. I'm gonna save the rest of this for next time. Actually, I want to get to the ones that got canceled. Actually, so let's go to the one that got canceled. Actually, let's go to the ones that got canceled. All right, so Let me see. Yes, Alert got canceled. Alert got canceled. Avatar: Last Airbender is ending in 2026. Based on a true story. Oh boy. Bel Air is ending in the upcoming season 4, which is the final season. That really fucking sucks. Big Mouth is ending its animated comedy series. After the current season 8 on Netflix. Billy the Kid is ending its season 3. Blood of Zeus, um, Netflix animated drama series for 3 seasons. Um, Bookie Max Comedy series 2 seasons. It got renewed. Bondsman, um, yeah, Bondsman, new drama series 1 season. Bosch Legacy 3 seasons. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. With all these TV shows getting canceled and shit, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking get it. I don't get it though. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it though, man. You know what I mean? Let me see. I don't get it though, man. I really don't fucking get it. Anyway, and Netflix. Hang on. Yeah, Netflix. Let's go to Netflix, man. So let me see. Netflix not only canceled one show, no, every Netflix. Let me see. I saw the recruit. The recruit got canceled, which is crazy. That's crazy though, man. Yeah, so the recruit. Yeah, so territory got canceled. The recruit got canceled. What else? Let me see. What else? The Empress, the Sandman is ending, and let me see. I think that's let me see. Damn. Let me see. Man's journal. Okay. Oof. Yeah, the recruit unfortunately got canceled. By Netflix surprise fans. The Mirror called the cancellation of the recruit among the most shocking cancellations of 2025, saying that it quickly earned a dedicated following. And of course, Andor um, found found solar opposites. Obviously, the Equalizer got canceled. Rescue High Surf got canceled as well. It got canceled. The Irrational got canceled. Of course, obviously SWAT got canceled, but it is receiving a spinoff. It is receiving a spinoff as well. So, and of course, obviously, the Connors also is also ending. It's ending its show. So, let's see. Let's see what else. What else, man? Damn. Let me see. So the ones, okay. Okay, Selling the OG got renewed for season 4. The Lincoln Lawyer got renewed for season 4 as well, and What else? Love is Blind got renewed through season 10. The Sandman got canceled after 2 seasons, like I said. And what else, man? Let me see. Yes. And let me see. The Empress got renewed and it's ending on its third and final season. This is crazy. I can't even get through this without this thing sending me to something else. Oof. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything else that I need to cover. Which Netflix TV show got renewed? Yeah, it got renewed for one. Hold on. I gotta see this. I got to see this though. Hold on. I gotta see this. This is crazy. All right, I gotta see this. Okay. Netflix. Damn it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Okay, Netflix. TV shows renewed and canceled. Okay, let's take a look at Netflix. I want to take a look at this. So, damn it. All right, let me see. Come on. Don't do this to me. All right, let me see. So, let me see what got Netflix series that got canceled. Let's see. All right, so obviously Suits LA, um, The Equalizer got canceled. The Seven Seeds, Agent Elvis, Barbarians, Black Summer, Bling Empire, Bling Empire, New York, The Boss Baby, Back to the Crib, The Brother's Son, Buying Beverly Hills, Buying London, Captain Fall, Dead Boy Detectives, damn man, Dead Boy Detectives, Dirty Money, Everything Now, Farzar, Free Ridge, Girls 5 Ever, canceled after 3 seasons. Glamorous, canceled. Hard Sell, Human Resources, and From the Cold, In Love All Over Again. Invisible City, Chaos, Lockwood and Co. Man versus B. My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. Um, Obliterated, Obliterated, Ratchet, The Recruit got canceled after 2 seasons. Rebelled, Sex Life, Shadow and Bone, Sky High, the series, Smiley, Snowflake Mountain, um, that 90s show, Tribes of Europa, Uncoupled, Warrior Nun, canceled after season 2. Welcome to Eden, Mania. Yeah, obviously, yeah, that's crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. All right. So that is a list of TV shows that have been canceled and renewed. All right. Now, I want to get into something before I wrap up in regards to um some places to eat. Looking for some places to eat and drink and stuff. This is where this segment comes in. Munchies and drinks. All right, let's get into it right here, right now. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let's get into some places to eat, man. All right, let's get into it right here. Hold on, just a minute. Hold on, just a minute here. All right, so let's get into it right here. Oh, come on, man, this shit is always fucking up. um, all right, okay. Central Park Boathouse is um, stepping up the spring and summer season with an elevated menu and rowboat rentals. The restaurant, which had previously undergone massive renovations, reopened to the public in March 2024, unveiling a redesigned restaurant with a refreshed menu, cafe, and private events space. Executive Chef Adam Fiskus says that business has been booming, particularly because the outdoor experiences came with the reopening. We've done nothing but better since this year when we reopened for our spring menu. We also opened up our dockside experience with the full restaurant menu, and that has been a huge success, said Fiskus. Our numbers have doubled or tripled in comparison to what we saw for the outdoor dining experience space since last year. Outdoor dining space from last year, excuse me. Um the restaurant's outdoor dining experience has been popular with guests who often couple their meal with Central Park boathouses, boat rentals. The boat rentals are $25 an hour, and Fiskus says it's a great way to either build up an appetite or to further enjoy your day out after dining. The boat rides are a great way and a great excuse to come into Central Park. You get to walk through Central Park. Um you get to walk through the park. Excuse me, you can make a whole day of it. Come rent a boat, said Fiskus. A lot of people make an indoor reservation, and when they arrive and they realize that they can have the full menu and sit outside and get to enjoy the nice view right on Central Park Lake. They will actually sit outside and add to the outdoor experience. Central Park Boathouse invites birders to come and log any birds they see in the park in their ledger. We have introduced our own bird book where people can come in and document different species of birds that they find in Central Park. And just to share that part of their day with us, said Fiscus. The Central Park Boathouse menu changes seasonally, and with the menu currently featuring bright spring flavors. Menu items currently include Parker house rolls served alongside whipped butter and sea salt, strawberry field salad with spinach, candied walnuts, feta cheese, strawberries and sugar snap peas tossed in a citrus um vinaigrette, a spicy jumbo lump crab and avocado cocktail with grapefruit supremes and um where was I? Yes. We had grapefruit supremes and watercress. Ew. Faro Island salmon with lemon risotto and asparagus. Ew. Chilean sea bass and a lemon beret blanc alongside shaved asparagus and watercress and lamb aso bucco with roasted heirloom carrots, fingerling potatoes, and herb um, gremolata. Interesting menu. Fiscus says when it comes to developing the menu, he leaned into the spring flavors that can help shake off a winter funk. End quote. Springtime is one of the best times of the year, in my opinion. So many vegetables and leafy greens and fruits are coming out of their winter slumber. Rainbow carrots, spring peas, those wonderful pea shoots that grow up from the top of the pea plant, carrots, radishes, um, rhubarb. Those are the ingredients that I like to really focus on for our springtime menu, said Fiscus. As we head into the summer, the restaurant's menu will get a refresh for hotter months. The summer menu is expected to include refreshing melon flavors as well as items that diners may recognize from past menus. End quote. We are going to be sampling a chilled melon soup, which is going to go great on a hot New York day. We are going to be introducing a watermelon salad with aru, aru, arugula, feta, dill, and cucumber. We're going to bring back a salad that performed very well last summer, which is our caprese salad with buffalo mozzarella, grown basil, locally grown basil, heirloom tomatoes, nice olive oil, aged balsamic, said Fiscus. One of our best sellers for last summer was an absolutely simple dish. It's just a grilled salmon with a cucumber salad and a dill yogurt, and it's sold like hotcakes. It's going to be very, very nice. It's it's going to be a very, very nice menu for the summer. Hmm. Okay. Um. Let me say for the summer. Hang on. Let me see if there's any more. The rowboat rentals and outdoor dining experience will be open through October. Central Park Boat Houses restaurant serves lunch from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and diner from 4 p.m. Dinner from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday through Saturday, and brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and dinner from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Reservations are available on Open Table, and for more information, you can visit centralparkboathouse.com. All right. Okay, we got some Japanese restaurant we gotta talk about. Let's get into it. Um, all right. If Truman um Capote, if Truman Capote had ever traded his dirty martini, dirty martini, oh shit, dirty martini for a rising sun cocktail and dined under the sleek glow of Kyoto Red Tory gates in Times Square, he might have found himself at Fushimi, where modern Japanese cuisines meets performance art, and even the salmon seems to arrive with a knowing wink. At Fushimi, the pandemonium of Manhattan yields to the glow of soft lighting and lacquered wood dissolving into a space designed not for noise but for nuance. Sake barrels sit in stoic repose above velvet lined booths, while shadows play elegantly along mirrored surfaces. This is not merely dinner, it is immersion. Presiding over this edible dreamscape is Max, the, the astute waiter whose precision rivals that of the chef's knife. He does not serve so much as orchestrate moving through the room with the kind of effortless command reserved for seasoned actors and spiritual guides. His recommendations um, are exacting, never indulgent. His timing is quite simply exquisite. Okay, this is understandable right here. Very understandable right here. All right. The meal begins in earnest with the chef's choice sashimi, 15 sculptural cuts arranged with monastic clarity. The tuna, in particular, evokes silk more than seafood, dissolving on the tongue with the restraint of old money and the confidence of new technique. The bluefin toro tasting follows in a velvet crescendo. Hanoniku, Otoro, Sashimi, Hara- Haranaka, Chu Toro Sushi, and an immaculate maki roll form a a trip a triptych of indulgence that defies the speed of the city outside. The grilled salmon, bathed in a brown butter sauce of startling elegance, arrives next. Its flesh yields delicately beneath the fork, revealing a center of perfect blush. This is not the overworked salmon of boardroom lunches, nor the overly precious version found in boutique cafes. This is salmon as ceremony, rich, clear, and deeply considered. For those in pursuit of drama, the Fire and Ice Roll offers a flamboyant interlude. Alaskan king crab, avocado, and cucumber are paired with seared filet mignon, and a port wine reduction that smolders without overstatement. The surf and turf roll, featuring spicy tuna, white tuna, and connie, um, comes wrapped in rice paper and lightly kissed by the fryer, yielding a satisfying crunch that contrasts its oceanic softness. These are not dishes for the indecisive. They are declarations. Okay. The grilled salmon. The grilled salmon bathed in a brown butter sauce of yeah, I did that already. Hold on, I did that already. Hold on, I did that already. I did that already. Hold on a second. Come on. Okay, Fushimi's cocktail program deserves its own symposium. The Fushimi 75 marries Nika gin and lychee schnapps with champagne and a crystalline flute that fizzes like the Massamune, composed of um, Iway Japanese whiskey, Campari, Saint Germain, and orange bitters, is both floral and forthright. Each drink is calibrated for pleasure without pretense. Weekend brunch, known affectionately as Bestie's Brunch, um, transforms the space into a theater of modern ritual. The $39 prefix menu includes grilled salmon, tuna sushi, and the ever indulgent American Dream Roll. Diners are invited to record their own podcast on site, a brilliant fusion of content creation and culinary indulgence. Professional grade microphones, HD cameras, and a dedicated equipment manager ensures that each guest leaves not only satisfied but broadcast ready. This is brunch as brand, brunch as memoir. Hmm, that sounds pretty. That sounds like a pretty good idea, man. To have a podcast involving food. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, though. You know what I mean? Um, Damn it. Founded in 2003, Fushimi has extended its vision across the city with locations in Williamsburg, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. Each carries the spirit of the original um, Atelier, though the Times Square location remains its magnum opus. The design is global in language, yet deeply rooted in Japanese reverence. The result is a setting where the extraordinary effortless. Fushimi does not perform for applause. It performs for those who understand timing, texture, and the slow seduction of restraint. It is not a restaurant for everyone. It is a restaurant for those who know the difference. So yeah, and I think let me see, let me see. Yeah, um, let me see if there's anything else. Um, 50 best restaurants. I'm gonna have to hold that off for another time. I'm gonna have to hold this off for another time, actually. Yeah. So there you go, right there. I'm going to wrap up right now, actually. Hold on 1 second here. 1 second. All right, we're going to wrap up right here with this last segment right here. Stream choices on the go. All right, let's get into it right here. All right, make sure you follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on Bluesky Social, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram, including myself and the other podcast shows that I do, which are the Sports Edition show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, alongside with my entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, myself included. Your host with the most, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, on Threads. Follow me on Threads. You can follow me on Instagram as well. And of course, I will gladly mention some streaming platforms that were recently added to the streaming platforms. So I will gladly get into it right here. If you go to the link in bio where it says Linktree/GMoneyStacks 555, you're going to see a whole list of all the streaming platforms, which includes Odyssey, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, and the recently added Apple Podcasts. You can also rate 5 stars. You can also download all that great stuff right there. Castbox FM, these are Listen Notes, Moon FM podcast, Overhaul FM podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Pod Chaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podcatcher, and of course another newly added is Podcast Republic. Snipped, Spotify for creators. You can also comment on there. Tune In Radio, Fountain, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, the #1 app where you can listen to your favorite music artists, including R&B singers, pop stars, rappers, hip hop artists, your favorite radio stations, alongside with your favorite podcast shows, including mine, that you can listen and stream for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is follow the podcast by following and subscribing on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms. You can also download these apps onto your iPhones, Android phones, iPads, Android tablets. You can also download these apps onto your laptops, which includes Apple, Mac, and Dell laptop models. All right. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for more video podcast episode, live stream recordings, and along with the date and time I will be on the air, and Of course, you can leave a like. Of course, you can leave a like, and of course, comment, which is very important. If you like the topics that you heard in this episode or any previous episode, please feel free to comment below on the YouTube comments below, so you can actually and any suggestions or whatever. But please, no haters, man, please. Anyway, of course, be sure to also spread the word by telling your friends, and of course, add the podcast to your Spotify playlist, alongside with sharing the videos. You can also share the link with the podcast links to listen, stream, and watch on various platforms. Like I just said, you can also spread the word to your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, all that great stuff right there. And of course, enable alerts, meaning press the notification bells so you can be notified on new live stream video podcast recordings of each episode, and when it's going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel page. All right. And of course, like I said, man, if you missed out on any episodes whatsoever, please feel free to actually listen, stream, and watch. All right. So new episodes are going to be on Wednesdays, Thursdays. No, excuse me. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right. New episodes on every streaming platform that I just mentioned, including the newly added podcast platforms that I just mentioned. Don't forget to rate, and of course you can download all that great stuff right there. And of course, you can listen to the new episodes on every streaming platform, including YouTube, whenever you get to listen, stream, and watch your podcast. All right. That's gonna do it for me, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 397th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast, dedicated to the Steppin phone app. Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. And of course, follow your goals and dreams. Make sure you be on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. And of course, ask yourself this question, man. Are you creating a podcast for money and moments, or are you doing it for fun and being on a consistency basis with confidence? And let me just say this before I get up out of here, man. There is no right or wrong time to starting a podcast. The same way there is no right or wrong way into starting a podcast and hosting a podcast. And whatever topics comes to your mind that you want to talk about, whether it's mental health, whether it's entertainment news, like I always do, entertainment news, of course, comedy, whether it's regarding the MTA New York City transit news that I do, whether it's reviewing TV shows, movies, and video games, which I do on my other platform, entertainment, the entertainment review show, pot. The entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the other channels, the other YouTube channels, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, my entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Make sure you subscribe over there on the YouTube channel as well. And yeah, so there you have it. There you have it right there, man. And also, I want to mention something that hit me that I forgot to mention. If you are a current and upcoming streamer and you are trying to make it to the next level, whether you are a podcaster, a video gamer that does live streams and goes over the gameplays of each game of video game festivals, whatever it may be, man, I got you right here. So, all right. So, yes. So, new to streaming or looking to level up, of course, you can check out StreamYard and get a $10 discount. You can also, in order for you to do that, you can set up your you can use your email, you can use your podcast email address to get in on all the fun right there. And I believe I saw there's like a feature where you can show your YouTube comments and stuff that 3C Films by Chris is actually doing. I looked into it and stuff, but it's pretty pricey though. But y'all more than welcome to actually check that out for yourselves, all right? And listen, do not let anybody tell you to not call it a podcast. Do not let anybody tell you or discourage you into not doing a podcast, okay? No matter what you have going on in your life, whether it's difficult losses from friends, difficult losses from family, relatives, cousins, whatever it may be, man, there's plenty of mental health podcast shows out there on streaming platforms. I've been meaning to bring back the segment podcast Juice of the Week. I'm probably going to do that next week though. And yes, tune in next time. I will be covering the Q11 through the Q20. All right. I will be discussing in regards to the Q12 and Q13 situation from what Andy's randomness and Passengers United. Shouts to, like I said, shouts to the crew from Passengers United. If you haven't seen the live stream by Passengers United that came out on Tuesday, go to their YouTube channel page. I will be discussing a website where you can actually get in on the action in order to not only save your bus routes, but to also get in on the action into protesting and stuff to prevent the Queensbus redesign from happening. And of course, I mentioned about the Q5 Limited being replaced by the Q86. You are more than welcome to actually protest behind that. That goes for the people who live in Hook Creek Boulevard, Green Acres, where all the jobs are, Rosedale, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Brookville Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, between the 230s and 240s and the other streets, especially with the bus removals by John's Farmers Market, Key Food Supermarket, and along with the dessert shop, Golden Crust, and all the other places, all the other spots whatsoever, just to quote unquote increase bus service, which I find it to be bullshit to me. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying, folks? I got y'all next time, man, in the other bus routes and and everything else in between, man. I got y'all. I'm going to be the only podcaster covering the MTA New York City transit news whatsoever in each and every beginning of each episode whatsoever. If you like the topics that you heard today and any previous episodes whatsoever, please feel free to actually, chime in. Be sure to actually, mentions anything transit related as far as like anything else goes and stuff. All right. I'm out of here. Peace and one love. I gotta catch this Mets game, man, right now, man, because it starts at 9:30. And of course, for all you Mets fans out there, man, of course, if y'all actually in Colorado right now, I wish y'all luck out there. Please be safe. Please be safe out there. And of course, I hope the Mets win their second and third game. Um, and I hope the weather is okay over there in Colorado. So peace and one love. Peace and one love. Enjoy your Pride Month. Let's go Mets. And of course, and of course, and of course, enjoy the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And if you missed out on any street closures, you feel free to watch this podcast episode right here, as it gets uploaded to the YouTube channel page. All right, peace and one love. Enjoy your Pride Month, Puerto Rican Day Parade, and other events that you're doing, whatsoever. And of course, don't forget to tune into the BET Hip Hop Awards. No, the BET Awards. Excuse me, BET Awards 25th anniversary for 106 & Park cast, and that's it, man. Peace and one love. Good night, everybody. Come on.